In this video, we will review some examples of how to calculate definite integrals, the types that might show up in analysis of kinetics. The first is integral of differential, and I've written this as concentration of B, since that's often how it turns out, divided by 6 times the concentration of B between these two limits. The 6 is a constant. The integral is just the log, and then we're going to evaluate between these two limits. This is the log of 3 minus the log of 1. This then is the log of 3 minus the log of 1 is 0. And so this definite integral is 0.183. The second integral is the concentration of A to minus 1/2 power. So the integral becomes plus 1/2 divided by 1/2, and then we have to evaluate this between the two limits, 1 and 2. So the 1/2 in the denominator, 2. We have the concentration of A to the 1/2, so that's 2 to the 1/2 minus the other limit, 1 to the 1/2. And so this definite integral is 0.83. The third integral, we're going to solve by partial fractions. In order to do that, what we're going to do is take the expression, and what we want to do is split it into two terms because we know how to integrate these two terms. And so what we're going to determine is what's the values of A and B so we can split this into the two terms. We're going to do that by recombining the right side, compare it to the left sides, to get a common denominator. First term and the second term be 1 minus x. So what we're going to do is multiply this out. So in order for the right side to look like the left side, A plus B is equal 1, and 2A plus B is 0. And we're going to just solve these equations simultaneously. If we do that, then A is minus 1 and B is 2. So we then can go back and substitute this expression with A is minus 1 and B is 2 and carry out the integration. So I've substituted in for A and B to create the two integrals we're now going to calculate. And so general dx over 1 plus alpha x. We're going to integrate that. It's the log of 1 plus alpha x divided by alpha. So if we apply this to these two integrals, we have the log of 1 minus x divided by minus 1, and then we have this minus sign that appears here. And this evaluated between the limits, 0.2 and 0.4. Similarly, we have the log of 1 minus 2x divided by minus 2. And then we also have this 2 that appears here. And evaluate it between these limits. And if we substitute and calculate, we now have this definite integral, 0.81.